Hello and welcome to Finextra. I'm Thea George and I'm here with Hinrich Völcker of Deutsche Bank. We're at EBA Day 2016 in Milan and we're talking about cybersecurity. Hinrich, thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
So is there anything about the cybersecurity landscape that's getting easier to manage, or is it simply a question of the threat constantly increasing?
So what we have experienced over the last couple of years is that the threat landscape always goes up. There's only one way it actually goes up. We're pretty much excited around data loss a couple of years back, but now even in this industry we see some life-threatening scenarios. So it is definitely taking up. So what is important here is to put a very comprehensive cybersecurity program against this ever-increasing threat. We need to analyze and protect the environment. We always need to consider that this is not good enough and detect and be able to respond in case something happens. The other dimension is that what we see currently is it doesn't require any more very specialized technical skills to do a cyber attack. You can now buy attacks in the darknet. They're ready-made, they're offered, they're actually then paid by cyber currencies, and it's very easy even for non-technical people to launch an attack. So it is important to put a comprehensive program against this, and that includes technology, but as well people, because very often the weakest link in the chain is attacked, which is human beings.
So what are the key elements that need to be in place for a bank to be confident it's doing everything it can to tackle the cybersecurity challenge?
First of all, it's important to have a cybersecurity program at all. So that is something absolutely advised. It needs to be a very robust foundation. There are frameworks available in the market which can be adopted and should be adopted. And then follow that through very focused and very robust into an implementation. It requires consideration around the protection of the environment. And I'm not necessarily talking about protection of the parameter. Now the protection needs to focus as well on the most critical assets. So that brings me to the next point, which is actually the analysis of what needs to be protected. To protect everything at the same measure is pretty much impossible. So analyze what are the risky assets, what absolutely needs to be protected, and start as well, additionally to the parameter, a protection layer around these assets. We call this defense in depth. You always need to consider that protection might not be good enough. For that reason, detection capabilities are absolutely advised to find out what is currently going on in the network in order to detect any kind of attack that might be there. And even then, you see, if you have detected it, response capabilities are absolutely key to immediately react. Time is of essence here to really very fast respond. It is not only a program that should be driven out of technology. Awareness on the client side, on the people side, of the staff side, inside the financial institution is absolutely key. It cannot be defended everything what people do. For that reason, to rope them in, to drive the awareness, and actually get as well the weakest link in the chain covered, which is us as human beings, is absolutely important.
So how much of the solution can be collaborative, do you think? And how well is the industry doing in terms of collaboration at this point?
Collaboration is absolutely key. If you look at what is developing and how attacks are actually evolving, we are trying to hunt down the unknown unknown. So we don't know whether it's currently happening, and we don't know how the attack is actually looking like. So sharing within the financial industry, but as well across industry, is absolutely key to turn the first unknown, you see, how the attack is looking like, into a known. So to exchange what has happened to others, what is being used as attack tactics and all that is absolutely key. There is no really industry around this. For that reason, it is absolutely advised that financial institutions and participants at the markets organize themselves. We have the largest banking organization, by the way, globally, with FSISEC, Financial Services Information Sharing and Analysis. And this is based out of the US. Deutsche Bank has a leading role in this initiative, and we're really trying to share and support an intelligence-driven cybersecurity program at financial institutions. Deutsche Bank has created something similar as a cross-industry group called CSSA in Germany as well. And here we are as well up for intelligence sharing to support intelligence-driven cybersecurity programs.
Hinrich, this has been great. Thank you again.
You're very welcome.
And thank you for watching.